Have you ever been playing Helldiver 2 and you really wish you could have any more information as far as like what planet at what percentages? Might it be for major order? Might it be just the player base itself it taking part in, and you want to find out all the little detail? Might it be in the game and outside the game? Because today I'm going to be helping you out, and we're going to be going over everything you need to know about the Helldiver Galactic War Status and Progression interactive map. But before we hop into all that, welcome back to your number one stop for Helldiver 2 gameplay, how-tos, news, and of course, all that jazz. So let's go ahead, let's jump into this, and let help you become any better and productive fighter for democracy. So let's go ahead and start off by talking about the galaxy map itself here. Because in-game, yes, we do have a galaxy map. You can go ahead, see how many players, see what percentage each of the areas are, and of course, you will have to click in and view the planet by hovering over it. But have you ever been wanting any more information in a very straightforward way? Well, I got some great news for you. Because thanks to the helpful people over on Helldive.io, we got any more greatness that we can jump into to get any more information about the war effort right now in Helldiver 2. I will have the link down in the description so you can check it out for yourself, because this is extremely helpful here. Because when we come to this site, there are a few things to keep in mind here. We, of course, have a whole bunch of different stuff we can look at, which we will go into in a bit. But the main thing of interest here is, of course, the actual progression and stats, as well as the galaxy map down here that you can, of course, zoom in and interact with. And by hovering over, you will get a whole bunch of information. But before we get into this, let's just go ahead and start at the very top here and discuss what exactly all the stat here at the beginning of the page is. So to start off here, we do have all the planets that are available right now. So they will be, of course, the major order planet, the defense planet, or the planet that you can just take part in to help liberate. You will also see a percentage here of course, how much progress have been done for that planet. And the main thing of interest, not only do you get the breakdown of it, you also get a breakdown of how much percentage is actually happening within a hour timeline. So with the information, you can go ahead and see, in the case of, let's say, the planet here at 48%, you will go ahead and see that it's getting 1.8% added to liberation every single hour. So this is a great stat to keep track of what planet you probably should be focusing on at any given time, and of course how much time you can affect for it to actually be completed. And speaking of the player base though, you can of course also see here how many players are taking part in that activity as well, right along with the actual time. If you don't want to do math, you can go ahead and see here. And not only do we have, of course, at the very top of the list will be our major order, but as well as the side planet as well. But in the case of major orders here, you can go ahead and get a breakdown of course, how much time you actually have left to complete it, and how exactly is it going far as winning or failing. As well as when we get into the other planet, you will see a breakdown in the case of our 48% planet here. It will be liberated as long as it stays at the scale it is right now in 23 hours. And of course, this map and stats will be constantly updating as progression is happening. So this is, once again, a fantastic way to get into the information so you know where you should be focusing to bring democraticness and liberty to all the bugs and automatons. And from here, we do have our map. So our map here is a little more interesting because, once again, it does show what area each planet is in. And of course, if you go ahead and hover over any of this, you will once again get a very similar information up here as well. And this is also mainly for any of you that take more like visual clue on how well you are doing. And you can go ahead and hover over any of these to get the stat, the player, how is it affecting super orc, as well as how much our weight is happening now. If anything at all happening at all. So once again, this is not only all the stats that appear extremely helpful, but also a visual map of what is happening specifically in the moment as well. So you can already kind of start gathering how useful this actually is, especially if you are a player that more about focusing on not only main objective, but also focusing on trying to complete whatever need to be done to progress super standing in the galaxy and hopefully help take out the automaton as well as the bugs. But with that all being said, the website do have a few other things that you might find very helpful here. So outside the planet, let's go ahead and talk about some of the microtransactions that are happening right now with, of course, the Superstore. And of course, as you know, when it comes to the shop, there is item that switch out every couple of hours and whatnot that will be coming in and out. And of course, for any of you who do want to pick up some more exclusive item, you can go ahead and not only see it from in-game, of course, but you can also see it from the website itself. And the other thing about the, especially if you're not in Helldivers at the moment, you can go ahead and see exactly how much time the items will be available. But on top of that, we also have a breakdown of, of course, what kind of stats you can be getting from this, especially if you're picking up the armor and headpieces, as well as what passive is also available right along with some lore information about this outfit as well. So once again, nice little side note here for any more information all in one place without having to club around in the game too much here. Or once again, maybe you're not in the game and you just want to see what's available today to decide if this is something you want to hop on and get your hands on. Then the next thing we got here is a core planet. This is going to be getting super, super naughty here. But for any of you that appreciate seeing how the war effort is happening over time, and you want any more information to tracking how the player base is doing, how the conquest is happening from whatever faction, you can go ahead and see here exactly how everything is breaking down from launch up to the time of whenever you are viewing this. And of course, down here, we can go ahead and not only see a list of every single planet inside of Helldiver 2 right now, we can go ahead and start like breaking down exactly how they are progressing up here by, of course, just searching for the planet or by clicking on it. And you will go ahead and get you a stat that you can go ahead and change some settings here to actually see what kind of progression has been happening. In the case of that one, of course, the planet I clicked do not have anyone on it. But if we go ahead and find one that does, you can go ahead and once again get any more information here for 48 hours, once a week, or all time progressions. But that's not all on the page. You can, of course, search up some players. So this is going to be a leaderboard breaking down what is the stats for some of the best players inside of Helldiver 2. So you can go ahead and just see how you rank. Of course, it will only show the top 98 players. Sadly, you can't really search at all. But nonetheless, if you want to keep track of who is the best players in Helldiver 2 right now, you also have that leaderboard here as well. And then all that thing here is, of course, we got a pretty in-depth database here. So by clicking on it, we got a few things here we can look. We can look at stratagems. We can go ahead and look at equipment and history. So let's go ahead and just start off with the gems here. So this, of course, will be a tracker that will keep track of every gem inside the game right now, as well as, of course, a breakdown of, course, what it actually do, what type of attack it does. Is it more offensive? Is it explosion? And whatnot, as well as, of course, we can see how many times you can use it, and also what exactly is the cooldown on it as well. So this is something that will come in handy, especially if you are like looking at certain one to figure out which one is better and how they compare to each other. You can go ahead and find that very clean list here as well. But with that, let's go ahead and look into equipment. Equipment is very similar. This, of course, will list out every piece of armor for your head, your body, and of course, we once again have a breakdown of all the stats for like what it have from well, bait that, too passive, to, of course, is it Dandel issue, and is it a not? So you can go ahead. Any more information about your equipment here as well, especially if you're looking for a very specific ability that might be tied to a piece of armor or helmet. You can go ahead and look it up here and see if you can find it, as well as where you can actually get this unlocked. So as you can tell, Helldiver.io is extremely helpful for any of you who might be playing casual, or maybe you just want any more information, or maybe you just want to look at how to get certain items, or how good the war effort is actually happening in the moment. So I highly recommend this site for anyone that is playing Helldiver 2. And once again, I will have that link down in the description where you can go check this out and support the website, as well as, since you can go ahead and donate to them for ad-free, as well as a link to all the socials and the Discord as well. So be sure to go support the site, because this is very helpful for all of us who are fighting for democracy. And with that said and done, that is everything you need to know about this site and the tracker. Hopefully you have found it useful. Hopefully you have learned something new here. If so, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, hit all the wonderful bells up below, and of course, come on over to twitch.tv/troymaconn, where we stream every single night, and we'll play around right now about 8 p.m, give or take a few moments, as well as here on YouTube, we stream as well here. So come on over to the live stream, say hi, and help us bring democracy to all the robots and bugs out there in the wild. And of course, like always, let me know in the comment below how you enjoying Helldiver. Are you fighting the co-op, especially right now, since we kind of being semi-invaded by the automatons again? But get out there, get your democracy on. And like always, I will go ahead and see you not only on the battlefield, but also in the comments.